Hey everyone, I'm Fred Brothers, and today I'm in Cookie's Corner. A long time ago, the Lord dealt with Cookie and I about resigning our position at a ministry that we'd worked for 13 years. During that time, I was invited to Australia to teach at a ministers' conference. After the conference, the host who became my friend asked me, "Where's the Lord's next step for you?" And at that moment, I didn't know. He shocked me by inviting me and our family to move to Australia and to work with them for 1 year. After the year, he would send us to Eastern Australia with 10 families to start a church. I was so overwhelmed by the invite and his belief in us. I told him that I was afraid that God would send us somewhere where we would be all alone. His countenance changed, and he told me that was a huge lie and never buy into it. He told me that wherever God would lead us, that he would surround us with people that would stand with us, and together we could make an impact for God's glory. Those words are still active and alive this day. Our very first position as pastor did not happen in Australia, but in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. God described the promised land to his people as a land flowing with milk and honey. But to me, Canada was a place where the milk and the honey was frozen. Now that was a little weather joke, but true. Growing up in the Colorado mountains, I thought I knew what winter was all about, but Canada redefined it. Cookie and I soon discovered that in the city of Edmonton, God fulfilled the word given to us by the pastor in Perth, Australia. Wherever God leads you, he will surround you with people who will stand with you as you operate in the will of God. Sure enough, over time, as we exampled God's love for his people, a team began to rally with us. This included the church board, who leaned into us and not against us. Others that volunteered to make the vision grow into reality, from children's workers to youth leaders, praise and worship team, as well as caring friends. They showed up and were so productive and caring. We were so thankful for those who came alongside to expand the kingdom of God. We are eternally thankful for each one. This thought of being alone shows up all through the Bible. The book of Genesis reveals how God created and set things into motion. From the very beginning, God said, "It's not good for mankind to be alone. I will make a helper for him." Yes, this is speaking of covenant marriage, but God's kingdom happens best in community, and this marriage was the first community. I listened to a teaching recently, and the minister referred to one of the 7 redemptive names of God, Jehovah Shammah. It means the Lord is present. We can follow this most awesome promise from cover to cover. He will be with you. He is for you. He will never leave you or forsake you. In the reality of his presence, not just with us, but for us and now in us, can take us all a very long way. But in doing his will in the earth, there appears to be a constant pattern that God surrounds us with others to work together, achieving his highest and best through the work of Jesus Christ. I love the mission of FCF. No one should do ministry alone. I know I've struggled with the sense of being alone from time to time, but I'm so thankful for the heart of FCF that helps us connect to one another through various events. If you are struggling with feeling alone, I encourage you to join one of our group coaching sessions, an online event like our Q2 event, happening on May 5th, or even reach out to our pastoral care team. I'm on that team, and I'd love to connect with you. Each event that you participate in can be an environment of identifying those that God desires to add to your life and ministry. Good for them, good for us, and all for the glory of God. I also want to invite you to our Vanguard event, happening in Tulsa this summer. Vanguard means a group of people leading the way in new developments or ideas. As ministry leaders, we are all called to be a vanguard. For more information, go to thevanguardevent.com. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to the FCF YouTube channel. Remember, we are never alone.